Well, it looks like we might have everything working. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live chat here on Emancipation Day. That's what it was called for 100 and some odd years. And then it got stupid. Brian Anton, hello, sir, out there on the lefty side of the country. Jason Hedrick, hello. Colt, hello, sir. Dear Corey Foreskins, all excited to be here. Tonight's live chat brought to you by UW Gear. There's a package downstairs. UW Gear's name on it right now, at this very moment. Adam Hall, hello, sir. Tonight I'll be enjoying I'm going to try something new. You're going to get the preview of my preview right here for Warhead's Sour Lemon Soda. It's probably got a gazillion calories, 150 in it. My flavor-packed sour soda will blow your mind and taste buds away. Signed, Wally. I'm a big fan of sour, mostly because I'm so sweet. And I love sour Warheads. And wife and I went on a trip beginning of this week, and we stopped at a grocery store, and they had these sour head sodas. And I've had the blue raspberry and the black cherry. Tonight I'm going to try the lemon. Crystal Fox, hello. Dean, hello. Tis tart. It's tart. Will Crutcher, hello, hello. So, what have we got going on today? I don't really have a whole lot of notes to share. I didn't schedule this event, so I didn't have a couple days of like anybody to post questions, mostly because the trip that I took on Monday, Tuesday seemed like Saturday, Sunday. So it was like an hour ago when I realized it's a live chat day. So I'm a little behind on like my schedule's all kinds of messed up. What do we got? Like 1,000 degrees out here today. That's always a joy. See if I can't get over here. No, not that. Maybe add another window. Drag this one to this screen. I make this a little easier for everyone. Ooh, enable chat timers. Who knows what it's going to pop up? I think I've deleted most of the chat timers, and it's just picking old ones from wherever. And then over here, I will try to bring a big chat window up so it's easier to read your questions. Again, wasn't super prepared. We'll enable chat settings again. All right. So, things happening. Anything in particularly cool? Well, yes, a little bit. It looks like I have talked to Monsieur Becker from Ammo Supply Warehouse, and possibly, since he is a Goobers dealer, we may order a group of slings and have them modified with the Tremis mod. I don't know what we would call it, the Duper mod, and he possibly will sell that as a sling with a sling duber already on it, like a Gen 4 sling duber, Mark 4, I guess we're calling it. It looks like that's going to happen. We chatted a bit today about it. So maybe 10, 12, 20, something like that. Not a big pile of them, but probably like OD and Coyotes. We'll get them all made up, and ta-da! Classes. We've got some classes coming up this weekend. Cover Clinic. We're going back to kind of like Cover Clinic number 1. So it's basically going to be like the general overview cover clinic of how to use the 3 pieces of terrain available, 3 major pieces of terrain, cover, concealment, barricades, and kind of give some new folks a basis for the further cover clinic. So we kind of like the core cover clinic, I guess we call it. And we're going to do some scientific yield testing, and there'll be diagrams. And we got a bunch of different pieces of cover, some barricade type things we're dragging out there. And that's this coming weekend. It is on sale, as a matter of fact. It is part of the workshop package. If you bought the workshop package, you get to come to the cover clinic as well. We will have a couple loaner rifles out there. This guy back here, the Tremis signature rifle with the Goober Doober sling on it, and the Iron Pig armament rifle with the combat art training sling on it. Both of them will be available to use as long as you bring some 5.56 to put in them. Turl, hello, sir. I just kind of mentioned you a little bit. Jason Hedrick, the everlasting goober stopper sling. Like that's how that sounded. Can I request one of multicam, and I will ore pay if needed? Like with gold ore, iron ore. Maybe it's more. Pay more is what you're thinking. So multicam's a possibility. What I'm looking for is my Stitch Bitch, who is going to be sewing these for me. It takes 3/4 inch webbing. There's an ass fuck ton of multicam webbing in 1 inch. If 3/4 inch multicam webbing is available and not retardedly priced, then we can do multicam ones as well. So prepay, he said, if needed. I'm guessing, don't hold me to this, but they'll probably just go straight to like Ammo Supply Warehouse and be available on that website. I have a coupon code if you order more than $100 worth of stuff. Just saying, Tremis 10. You have to get something other than the sling though, because it ain't going to be, I don't think going to be enough. But yeah, so we can supply or source some of the 3/4 inch webbing, which I'm pretty sure it exists. It just needs to not be like the price of AOR webbing, which is ridiculous. And if so, we'll be good. So that is a possibility. Like, but things have been happening. Yeah, I don't mind giving Becker money either. And it'll come with the new Tegris sling duber. So hopefully that's cool. And speaking of sling dubers, we made some out of something different. Then it's not sewed nylon like the first 3 models were, and it's not Tegris like the 4th model is. It's something entirely different, and we're going to do a limited run of them. And I want to say we made 13. You want to know what they're made out of? Sound off in the comments if you want to know what the new limited edition sling duber is made of. One of them is already spoken for, the prototype. That one's finished, but we're going to change it up for the limited edition one. So the prototype actually it'll be one of a kind. Oh, Iroquois Foreskin does not want to know what the new one is because he's getting one of them. Weird that he doesn't want to know. Javier, hello, sir. Hope you are feeling better. Saw your pictures of you out doing the instructoring. Good job on you. Crystal wants to know what it's made out of. We've got 1 yes and 1 no. Crushed ghost cans. Here's the thing with the ghost cans, though. The logos, the graphics on it is a shrink wrap. So once you crush them up, the plastic comes off the metal. I have taken and cut some of the plastic shrink wrap off though, and re-shrunk it onto inert suppressor on my sim gun, and I've done it on some Blackbeard magazines to make Ghost branded stuff. But the can wouldn't have the logo on it, so that would be kind of a disappointment. Crystal, she wants to know and needs to know, she says. So here's the hint. See if you can figure out what it is. It's a collaboration with another company. The company is out of Kentucky. And the company's pretty new. Like, they don't even have a website, but they've been building some stuff. And I said, all right, so I know the person. Like, that's how I know the company as the person. And I was like, hey, dude, so what are we calling your company? And I was trying to convince him he should call it Kentucky Klux Klan. He wasn't big on that. Ku Klux Kentucky also wasn't a fan of that. So I think he ended up on Kentucky Leather Works. TJ, hello, sir. So I have in my possession, I want to say 13 leather sling dubers. The prototype that Iroquois Foreskin is getting, plug your ears so you don't hear it, has black grommets in it, because that's what I build the regular Tegris ones out of. However, I ordered some brass grommets because I was like, leather needs to be classy, and I think brass goes with leather very well. So once the brass eyelets get here and I press them in, we'll laser the Firstwave logo on it, flip it over and put the Kentucky Leather Works logo on the other side, and then I'll put some shot cord on it and some duper hangers, and those will still be Velcro one wrap because there is no classy. I mean, I guess you could do like a leather strip with a brass snap on it, but then it would only fit one size sling, which is the whole point of the one wrap to begin with. So we're not doing all that. So we have some leather ones on their way. What else we got going on? Oh, I just got word from Conceal Craft. They make the mag hammock, which you probably saw on, well, you may saw it on my socials sometime back. I also, they were running a big sale on them. Boy, it must have been back around Black Friday, and I bought like a dozen and put them on the website. Those all went, like they sold in a heartbeat. They've redesigned the mag hammock. Instead of one wrap, there is some elastic on it. And I guess they're going to offer it with the DCC clip instead of the more basic clip. But I want to say 5 of them on the way here to like T&E and stuff. So we'll see what the new mag hammock is like. I never had a problem with the one wrap. I'll at least get to compare them. I did ask Cole, the guy from Conceal Craft, what the change was for. And he said they were trying to avoid getting too close to somebody else's design and too many people copying their design. So it was easier to try something new, and then they liked it. So that's what the new one is. And I guess it's going to come in a couple of colors, like black, wolf gray, or coyote. And I should have it sometime next week. Well, maybe next week's live chat, give you a little rundown of the new mag hammock. Iroquois Foreskin says that he has put the DCC clip on his. I have it on mine. I use the Mod 5.1U clip, not the same as the Mod 4 Shorty or the Mod 4 Super Shorty that's on the Trempendixes. I thought the 5U, it has vertical slots for the bolt holes, like 2 of them, but they're slotted. So there's the set of like 4 holes on the mag hammock, so you can pick which 2 you use to get gross levels of height. And then since the holes are slotted, you can get more fine measurements of height afterwards. So you can have the mag at whatever level in your pocket you would like just below the surface, poking up out of it a little bit, whatever. So that's the skinny on those. Just found that out about 2 hours ago. So I don't know if I was supposed to share that. Cole, if you're listening and I wasn't, oops. Damn, is that sour. So that's on that end. I know some of you guys have some Trempendix Omega holsters on order, and I said they're going to ship by the end of June. I think the 2 or 3 that are in Storm Gray will make it by the end of June. The ones that are in the cock encrusted Miami Tiger, still waiting on that to get here. So it isn't like they couldn't be made, but the special color Kydex that's infused, we're just waiting on it to be infused and shipped and arrived so that they can be made. Shinde, hello, sir. So if you have an Omega Trempendix on order and it's in the Miami Tiger Dick camo, it's coming. We're just waiting on the Dick camo. And actually, the camo doesn't have any dicks on it. It's going to be made out of Miami Tiger stripe, and then yours truly will go operate the laser and put the dicks on it. Might even put mine on it while we're there. Be about the same size as the little printed ones. Anyhow, TJ says the modded goober sling with a leather duber is peak accessory level. Well, my only recommendation if somebody wants that is when the brass eyelets get here, which should be here probably maybe Saturday, if not Monday for sure. I will probably press those out and laser them on the day that they get here. Well, if it shows up Saturday, I'll do it Sunday because we have class Saturday. Cover Clinic, workshop number 93 of the year. If there's any leather dupers left by the time that we get the sling thing organized, that could happen. But my hunch is that the dozen or so limited edition leather dupers will probably be gone, and you'll just have to buy one and then get the sling when it comes out. Mike Fiore, hello, sir. Alpha Charlie, hello, sir. Some of my favorite people are in this chat tonight. Probably all hiding from the heat. It is a warm one today. It's summer, so it's just a summer day. I got up here at like 7:55 to start setting up for the live chat, and I'm on the 3rd floor, so like that ceiling has a roof on the other side of it. Been getting beat all day, and I didn't have the air conditioner on until I got in here, so it's not terribly hot, but a little warm. Oh, what did I do to that window? We've done 93 I don't know how many workshops and stuff. This is the first cover clinic. The only reason it's called a cover clinic instead of a workshop, like a cover workshop, is alliteration. They both start with the hard C sound. Maybe it's the soft C, whatever, the K sound. Cover clinic. I thought it was clever. And but it's a workshop. I don't have any friends in the HVAC industry. I used to have one, Bryant Stevens of Stevens Concealment. He worked HVAC, and now he works in gas fields and stopped doing HVAC stuff. He also stopped doing Stevens concealment. Crystal says it's a bit toasty. TJ loves him some hard C. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Mr. Foreskin says, well, I do HVAC. I stand by my statement. I don't have any friends that do HVAC. You're welcome. So, speaking of slings, since we were kind of talking about them, I was talking to my Stitch bitch on the telephone today about this project, the Doober Goober sling. And Goober Doober? Goobers Doober? Goobers Doobers? Still fleshing that out with the hard C. Anyhow, talking to him on the phone, and we got talking about sling stuff, blah, 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 and I go look over on the wall of my office, and I found like half a dozen fucking Blue Force Vickers slings. Some with like sewed on red swivels on the end, and some with HK hooks and stuff like that. All of those are going to disappear shortly. I'm going to put them like on, I'll probably put them in the alumni group in the next day or so. I get a picture of them. And if you're looking for a used Blue Force gear sling, I think mostly multicam. There might be a tan one in there. There's a multicam black one that was given to me. I have one it was a limited edition. The tag says like SHOT Show 2017, and it's black with blue hardware. And I have it on my loaner sim rifle because it's got blue hardware. I might need to get a blue sling, and then I can get rid of that Blue Force gear one too. Either way, I'm ditching all the Blue Force gear slings. Look for them in the alumni group if you're looking to pick up a BFG sling on the cheap, the cheaper-ish side, I guess. Zach is here. I was just talking about you today, Mr. Bush. I was over at Susquehanna Valley Firearms, best gun shop in the area. Actually, my favorite gun shop pretty much of all time. And we were talking about the muster and what people were doing at the muster, et cetera, et cetera. And your name was brought up, and we talked about what you were doing. I'm not positive that you've announced that, so I'm not going to, but you're free to announce it. You can put it in a comment if you want. If you haven't announced it and you're waiting for some sort of big reveal, don't feel pressured to reveal it today. Mr. Foreskin, yes, 2 of them, I believe, have the red thingy on the front. It's sewed in. It's not on with like a tri-glide, so you got to cut the sling if you want to get it off. But one of them actually was from the Blue Force Gear custom shop. So it's multicam. I don't think it's padded, but the multicam, the pull piece is normally Coyote, and this one, the pull piece is multicam Arid. I ordered that special. I think it cost me like an extra $5, so it wasn't that special. And yes, I own more than one thing in multicam black. I have the sling that was free. It was given to me. And I put it on my shotgun because I thought that was very fitting. Oh, Zach did mention he's doing retention shooting. Awesome. The other thing in multicam black I have is an SOE duffel bag, like a smaller one. I used to carry my like overnight clothes in it. I needed just something just a smidgen bigger. So now it has some, I moved it somewhere. Anyhow, it's a multicam black duffel bag from John. I don't know which size duffel bag it is because I know he's got a couple different ones and they're not like labeled or anything. Because I have a solid black one from him that's bigger around. The fuck did I put in the little one? I might have given it to Benjamin. so that he had an overnight bag. Maybe. I don't know. And I think Benjamin has a multicam black SOE shaving bag, kit bag, whatever you call those, DOP bag. I think it might be multicam black. John gave him that. John also gave me the multicam black duffel. So I never paid for multicam black anything. So Mr. Foreskin says he's got dibs on Zach's retention shooting. So you guys that are patrons, I need some. Crystal, if you're still here, pay attention. I need you to remind me tomorrow to activate the coupon code for patrons to get into the muster for free. And make a coupon code for a discount for the members of Mainville Sportsman's Club, which is where we hold the muster. They get a little discount as well. I got to remember to do that tomorrow because the muster tickets have been on sale for a bit. And I don't remember if I made the coupon code for patrons or not. I also will have one for alumni of Tremis Dynamics. They get a 50% discount. So I got to make all those coupon codes live if they're not, so we can start advertising stuff. Ha! She has been summoned. Hopefully she heard everything I just said. I know there's a delay because I won't remember. Oh, he has dibs on the sling, the multicam black sling. Okay. I think it's got HK hooks on it, but you can take them off if you want. Unless you want the multicam one. Like, you weren't very specific, and I have so many of them. And whatever one you want is going to be like ridiculously overpriced. And the rest of them will be well below market value. Just so we get that all up front. What else we got going on? Tried to mail out some packages today. Turns out Emancipation Day is a federal holiday and the post office doesn't work. I don't really understand why government employees get any holidays off, certainly with pay. Like, they're not producers, they're parasitic. Like, why do they get days off paid? Like, working for the government is what you should do when you can't get a real job and produce things that are beneficial to society. And they get better benefits. Like, nobody should want to aspire to work for the government. Like, it's terrible. It's like it's not moral, that's for sure. So, baffling. However, speaking of Emancipation Day, were you aware that the idea behind Emancipation Day was that the 19th of June was when news reached the furthest part of the Confederacy that the war was over? And now, in modern times, what people think that means is all the slaves were freed. However, here's the problem. The slaves were freed by a wartime proclamation, which essentially is like an executive order that only applies during times of war. Like, hey, we're at war, so we need to just do these things. So Abraham Lincoln made a proclamation saying all slaves are in the South, only in the South, are free. Now, the problem was the South was a different country. So that proclamation carried no weight until they were brought back into the Union. However, the moment that the surrender at Appomattox Courthouse happened, we were no longer at war, and the wartime proclamation ceased to have any sort of authority whatsoever. The moment of the surrender, all wartime proclamations immediately came to an end. So there was nothing freeing any slaves on June 19th. That was just when everyone in the Confederacy knew there had been a surrender. Now, the slaves were actually freed. Let's see. When the 13th Amendment was ratified, and after it was ratified, it was announced. Because when it was ratified, it stayed a secret for a couple days. But that would have been the 18th of December. That's when the actual slaves were freed. Interesting. When the 13th Amendment was ratified, and a few days later it was announced that it had been ratified and took effect, there were only 2 states that still had legal slavery in them. None of them were in the South. They were Union states. Delaware was the last state to get rid of their slaves. And in fact, the scuttlebutt is that the ratification of the 13th Amendment was delayed because Delaware asked to keep its slaves for a couple more days. That's your Union Army for you. And now you know. Zach pointed out, I couldn't remember which date the 13th Amendment was ratified. The 6th of December. It was not announced that it was ratified until the 18th of December. So Delaware got 2 extra weeks of having its slaves because they asked the feds to keep it hush hush. So anyhow, there's your history lesson about Emancipation Day. And I refuse to use that other fucking set of syllables to call it because that's fucking retarded. Like straight up fucking mongoloid, Corky level, Greta Thunberg fucking mongoloid retarded. I don't actually know if Greta Thunberg is like Corky or not, but she looks it. She's definitely got a touch of Corky in her somewhere. There's a bunch of terrible jokes in there. Oh, God. So, anyhow, got done with our history lesson of the day. Oh, there's a yellow Bic lighter over there. I was looking for that earlier today. What else we got going on? Oh, so over on firstwaveholsters.com, it's probably just popped up on your screen. We're doing a giveaway-ish kind of thing. So up until July 4th, Independence Day, there's an Independence Day giveaway. Oh, fuck, it went up twice. I didn't do that. Every order that's placed on the new website from the time that it started until July 4th, we're going to take all those orders, put the order numbers on like a piece of paper, put them in a hat, reach our hand in there, pull out an order number, and that order number is going to get refunded its entire cost of the order. So I haven't really announced that. I decided that when I was hiking with my wife on Monday. It's funny. So I know there's the delay. And I said I was going to go. I was hiking with my wife on Monday. And the next thing that popped up was Mr. Foreskin saying, she is a tard. And that seems like he said that about my wife. I'm pretty sure it was about Greta. Greta Van Fleet. Also retarded. I didn't like them when they were Led Zeppelin. Crystal, Next task, remind me tomorrow to post on the social medias about the Firstwave giveaway. Danke, danke. Get the chat window back open. True, she did marry me. She could be a bit touched too. Bunch of people in this chat know my wife, and this is your chance to speak up in her defense, or just let her know that she's retarded, mostly for marrying me. Started editing a video today. When was the last time you guys saw a YouTube video from this guy? Quite some fucking time ago. And finally finished painting the porch. So thank God, because it's like 95 degrees outside. And it's tough to paint in 95 degree weather. Not that it's hard on the body. I mean, it ain't the most awesome. But the tray with the paint in it, when you put the roller in, shit dries up like instantly. So anyhow, I think tomorrow I might just stay inside the air conditioning and finish the video. I might even do 2, because I got another one that really is going to be easy to edit. Did anyone grab that? Oh, so when Iroquois was in here for the workshop weekend, when we remodeled the kitchen, we took out a 300-pound radiator. Wasn't very tall, but it's like 6 feet long. And it sat in the backyard for 2 years. Finally drug it beside the house, and Jen gave it away on Facebook Marketplace. And the guys that came to get it couldn't get it in their truck. So it sat between my sidewalk and my parking spot on the street for like 4 or 5 days. That's the cast iron thing he's talking about. They finally did come back and managed to get the 300-pound cast iron radiator up into their vehicle and skedaddled off with it. Mike, Crystal, I'll pass the messages off to Jen. When the live chat is over, I will let them know. Favorite Mar, throw hands. Or is it jazz hands? Is that jazz hands, or is this jazz hands? I don't know which jazz hands are. I don't jazz. I don't even have the jazz. All right. Anyhow, I gave you guys all the updates I got. What did we talk about? The sling thing's going to happen. The new Dubers are classy and leather. Cover clinic this weekend. We're doing that. Have an interesting thing that I've never done before. Going to do some data collection on the impact of improper barricade use on accuracy. So I think that will be, it'll be good for me. I got to collect some data. So there's that. Pantac updates. Nah, no real updates. They're coming. Well, I was going to say something about that. Oh, I found a guy selling Safariland thumb brakes used. Apparently, he got a pile of them from a police trade-in. Like the cops went from Glocks to CZs or something. And so they traded in the guns and they got rid of a bunch of Safariland holsters. And some dude, like 6004s, sold some, and then the rest of them, he took all the hardware off and he's selling the thumb brakes. I'm trying to work out a deal. If so, maybe Pantacs with Safariland thumb brakes will be a limited option. Safariland doesn't sell the SLS thumb brake hood thing by itself, so there's not a unlimited source of those. It's a finite amount. But I found a guy selling one. I bought one to make sure that it was like legitimately off of a Safariland holster, and it is. Looks just like the one from my Safariland holster. So keep your eyes peeled for that being an option in the future. If we can get a deal on buying a pile of them. I don't know how many total the guy has, but we're going to try and offer that. So yeah, that's that. I have not seen a Civil War movie. I do not know if it's worth watching. I believe Mike Fiore is on the chat somewhere. He went and saw it, and he hasn't told me one thing about it. So that could go either way. It might be because it's so awesome he doesn't want to ruin it for me, or he didn't like it enough to even bother mentioning it. All right. So anyhow, that's all I got. I know it's only like a 40-minute live chat. I didn't have a bunch prepared. Next week, we'll hopefully have some details on the muster. I said I was over at Susquehanna Valley Firearms today. They are giving away a can. I don't know what kind of can they're giving away, but they're bringing a whole host of suppressors and rifles and pistols for said suppressors so that folks will get a chance to shoot them. Last year, I think they brought 2 suppressors, and one of them was the one they were giving away. This time, I think they're looking at a couple different cans, but they're all brand new, and they're not going to shoot them that day. But they're going to bring a whole pile of different types of cans, rifle cans, pistol cans, rimfire cans, and there'll be a block of time that you all that come to the muster can go out there and do the quiet stuff. See, Mike, you got more information out of him than I did. Really, it just didn't come up in conversation. I do believe he was on a trip when he saw it, and it was a weekend of classes, I believe. But yeah, so they're definitely giving a can away, and they're bringing a bunch of rifles and bullets and cans for everyone to shoot. So that'll be cool. I don't know yet what everybody else is giving away, but I do have, there's the preliminary talks. Probably stuff from True North, from Midwest, from XS. I think Andrew's going to give away something from Combat Art Training. Try to get a hold of PHL Knives again to get them up here. They gave away some stuff last year. Got a bunch of non-permissive tools. And Firstwave is going to give some stuff away. I actually got donated some stuff that I'm looking at right there behind the camera to give away at the muster that is in direct competition with Firstwave. But it was donated to give away, so we are giving it away. There are some Raven concealment holsters on the shelf still in the box. For some kind of Glock and maybe a shield, I think is what it was. I can only see the edge of the box, so I can't tell you. And I believe we're going to give away some training from Tremis Dynamics, and I don't know what anybody else is going to do. Bulletin's going to give something away. Nope, no word from Yeti Tac there. I mean, they could certainly come up and give something away if they wanted, but I haven't heard from Bill. I don't know what he's up to, which is a shame because I always got good holsters from him. Trying to remember who all's on the list. I think there's a couple other companies on the list too. Either way, we'll get some stuff given away, but the big thing certainly is going to be a can for someone. Pretty cool. All right, so that's what I got. I'm leaving. My tart soda is about empty, and I got to go tell my wife that she's the favorite Mar, and Crystal's willing to throw jazz hands for her. So you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all next Wednesday. I hope. Fingers crossed. Toodles.